What's going on to you, Sagittarius out here? So for you, you actually have the Eight of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and then you have the High Priestess for you, Sagittarius. So so a lot of you Sagittarius are learning your value. A lot of you very much so are understanding. Don't just have people just be in your life for no reason and you know they're just causing all kind of stupid stuff happening and you just accept them being in your life. You know what I mean? Don't and a lot, and I'm not saying that. I'm saying that yes, technically I am saying it, but I'm saying it because you Sagittarius are coming to that conclusion yourself. And you're right. You know, the Queen of Cups is a person who very much so is in tune with who she is because she understands people emotionally and how emotions and thoughts go hand in hand, right? People are a lot more emotional than what it is that they would like to think. And this is why it is that I was saying to get your heart and your mind together, to get them to agree, because emotions can influence thinking. Thinking can influence emotions. Yes, it can. These are facts. You can think about something to the point where you don't even feel a certain kind of way anymore. You know, you get rejected, for instance, you could have self-talk, talk with yourself, and you won't even feel the sting of the rejection anymore. Vice versa. You could get to a point where you could get so upset, you know you shouldn't do something, and yet you do it, and you don't even care about, even though you know the fact that you shouldn't be doing it. A lot of people, like this I said before, are more emotional than they would like to be, known for. And so a lot of you Sagittarius are learning essentially to make wiser decisions based upon the fact that you're learning to watch the people whom are in your circle that you basically want to allow in your circle. And the Hermit right here represents how, you know, sneaky individuals are not going to be people that you Sagittarius will allow in your circle. And unless they are sneaky in the sense that they mean good by you, right? They're not looking to topple what it is that you Sagittarius got going on. And you said some of you Sagittarius may be like, well, how do I know that? Well, if you have these people in your life and it just seems like something messed up is always happening with these individuals, that's how you know. You know, you've been doing your thing all of a sudden, and all of a sudden here come these dysfunctional individuals. That's how you know. Okay, you got to go to the source. Like, think about it. Like in Fast and Furious, Triple X, right, with Vin Diesel, right? Pay attention to how it's always things start going wild when there's a newcomer. And, and I don't know how people can't like think back and be like, it's the newcomer. You know what I mean? Because things were working smoothly until the newcomer came there, right? Like, it's like, yo, who's the latest addition to the team? It's probably them. Go watch the first Fast and Furious, right? Dominic Toretto's lifestyle didn't start getting wild until Paul Walker, um, I think Connor, was it Connor? Anyway, Paul Walker arrived, right? Same thing with Triple X with Vin Diesel, ironically, right? Right? Vin Diesel was the one who went to the group or whatever and worked his way in when he was working for the the government, I guess. And things didn't start going wild until he came there, right? Like what they always. So a lot of you Sagittarius also have the Three of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. And this is about how a lot of you are in a place where what you got going on is you see a lot more improvement coming to you. Three of Wands represents that improvement coming. Um, the improvement in your lifestyle and how you like how things are going for you. And the Six of Pentacles represents You don't plan on giving it to people unless you want to. So there's this sense of you, Sagittarius, don't allow other people to obligate you to think that you have to fork over your wealth and fork over your peace of mind and everything else. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. And so because of that, y'all are in a position where you, Sagittarius, can again, you understand it now, right? You understand essentially that you have to be mindful about whom you have in your circle, because you'll have people who will use love as a means of getting to you, you know. And Sagittarius, y'all are one of those zodiac signs that will allow that, you know. Now granted, being a Virgo, Mercury is not about emotionalism. Mercury doesn't care. You dig what I'm saying? You know, so Saturn doesn't really care about emotionalism. You know what I'm saying? So not really. You know, that's Mars. Mars has emotionalism attached to it, right? Mars has emotions attached to it. Mercury and Saturn, no emotion attached to it. It's only we gain emotion because we have the body, right? The physical body. But other than that, I would basically be a super intelligent being that has no emotion. But at the same time, I need the emotion that will help me get smarter. You dig what I'm saying? So it's the same, but it's different for you, Sagittarius, is the point that I'm making, right? You deal with heavenly things because y'all are the right hand. I've said this before, that Jupiter, Pisces, Virgo, no, excuse me, Jupiter, Pisces, Taurus, and Libra are heaven-based zodiac signs, right? They deal with heaven. So they deal with heaven and like heavenly things. So you're Sagittarius. So for you, you need your emotions to help you guide you through. You're a fire sign. Those are emotions, right? That is determination. That is what you want and going after what you want. And the Six of Pentacles here represents a lot of you are learning to be more wise with the help that you give others, right? Then that other people need to stand on their own 2 feet, right? When people don't want to come through and get readings, you think I get upset? I, a little bit, but at the same time, not really, you know, not really to, whatever. I'm just like, well, continue to make videos. You know what I mean? Like nothing stops the main point, you know, nothing stops the point. So, so, yeah, nothing stops the point. So I just keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? I'm handling my business. I'm doing what it is that I got to do. And so the situation for you is a lot of you Sagittarius are learning to do that, but you're in a powerful position because it's not about you having to deal with a lack. You Sagittarius have to deal with a surplus, but a lot of people want surpluses, but they're not really, and they're not even really even built to really accept it, right? Like that, or to have that. People don't understand, like just be like, everybody want to be rich, right? Like even with the whole rich thing, it's like, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, some people shouldn't be rich. And it's not even me saying that because I'm an elitist. Nah, hogwash, I'm not an elitist at all. What it is that the finances, you have to account for those things. You could spending $1 million is easier than what you think. If you know what you're doing, spending $1 million is easier than what you think. And compared to how you have a lot of these people out here with these expensive type of life, that's my cat. These expensive type of lifestyles and stuff like this, they be wanting Ferraris. A Ferrari a Ferrari could cost you anything between 500,000 and on up. Like you talking about $1 million? That's half right there on a car. Like, and the car is gonna be super like wild to repair and maintain because all of those things are specialized parts that only work for it. So you have to like spend also on maintenance to get the special parts in order to make it in order to get it maintained. And the point that I'm trying to make here is a lot of you Sagittarius are understanding your value. The Seven of Pentacles and a Hermit represents you are understanding the work that it took for you, Sagittarius, to get to where it is that you are. And you're understanding why you have to be careful, and why you should be careful with whom you spend it with. Not just the finances, but your time and your attention and stuff like this, because y'all work hard. And you know, when you have people who just take what you've got or what you give to them for granted, that's lame. And so what's happening here is the Hermit represents there's this sense of you understanding it and internalizing it, and you, Sagittarius, figuring out what that's going to look like for you for the next 1 year, 5 years, you know. And then you also have the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups here for you, Sagittarius, also is a representation of how good you feel. You know, you feel relaxed. You feel, I don't know, an ocean. I don't know, a lake. I don't know. You feel a form or a wave of relaxation washing over you because you have a surplus, like I said before, right? And that, you know, one of the things that you have to think about is how you're going to direct it, essentially. And then you have the King of Cups and the Two of Cups here. So the King of Cups and the Two of Cups for you, Sagittarius. The King of Cups is about how you, Sagittarius, are in a place where for you, what you've got going on is a lot more emotional stability as well. And the Two of Cups represents not necessarily looking for a relationship, not saying that you, Sagittarius, not saying that you, Sagittarius, are not looking for a relationship or either. This is more so where it's like you, Sagittarius, can take it or leave it, right? It's this sense of like, if you see someone that you find to be attractive and you're inclined to, you might say what's up and see where that goes. Some people might say what's up to you too. Because what I'm starting to realize too is we're at a point where I see more people starting to just kind of go after people who they want to, which is what we need more of. You know, this nonsense about people staying shut and, oh, if they want me, like, yeah, we're at a point where that is gonna have a lot of people not really get to where they want to go. But a lot of you, Sagittarius, are just enjoying your life, you know. And if you want to go holler at somebody and say what's up, then you, Sagittarius, will. But I don't really think that this is something where you, Sagittarius, are ultimately pressed. I think from what I've seen, this is really me saying that from what I see, this is you, Sagittarius, not being pressed, and you can take it or leave it. Just, you know, because in our lives, sometimes we don't even necessarily really care to have a significant other, where it's like we're just chilling and we're on the subway or driving, right? If you're on a car, on a bus, or walking, riding a bike, skateboard, whatever, right? And then we may be like, okay, just in the mood, just so like, okay, I'm gonna go try to holler at somebody, see what's going on with them. And then there are times where it's like we're like, I done talked to so many people. I'm just kind of tired from doing that for a little while. I'm just gonna chill for the time being for a little while, right? Until right, that tank fills up where we actually don't feel tired anymore of trying to holler at people, and we're like, okay, cool, I don't mind again, right? Because people go through, like, you gotta understand, like, people go through phases in life. Like, people don't want to constantly try to holler at a million people a night. You know, every person whom they interact with. What's going on? Let me have a minute of your time. I'm Kareem. What's your name? Like, not everybody wants to do all of that all the time. I don't think I've ever met anybody that will do that hundreds of times a night, right? At some point, you're gonna get tired. You're gonna be like, yo, I'm kind of tired. My tank empty right now. Let's clarify the Two of Cups. King of Gabriel, the Epiphany, Strength card, the Empress, And then you, Sagittarius, also have the divine guidance to clarify the Two of Cups. So the King of Gabriel, the Epiphany, which is Sagittarius. No, the Epiphany is the Hermit, excuse me, which is Virgo. And then the Strength card, which is obviously Leo. So for you, Sagittarius, this is more so about, like I said, with the whole concept of taking it or leaving it, this is more so about, to piggyback off of that, this is about like, yeah, like this is about you and who you are and what you want and discovering yourself, your own discoveries, what you want to do, how you want to live your life. The Strength card is also about how, and you're not really trying to go after other people in order to get to that point, or like force it, or you know what I mean? It's like it feels labored, right? It feels heavily labored, where it's like you don't want to, but you're just trying to go after this person and see what they're like or anything. The Empress and the divine guidance. The divine guidance is Sagittarius, right? The divine guidance is Sagittarius and Taurus. So the divine guidance, excuse me, the Empress and the divine guidance right here, you have so much excess, so much surplus. You're doing your thing, you're enjoying it. And the divine guidance is about how, again, using your wisdom, right? Because Sagittarius is supposed to represent wisdom. So, which is great, because wisdom is what more people need. But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 200K. We're at 29,696 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever it is that I drop my videos. Come through and get a personal reading, Sagittarius. The link to that is in the comment section below.